Hi, welcome to Debt Me Not.
Hi, I'm Britt.
I'm Wood, and we're the Smiths.
So please be sure to follow along our debt-free journey and our path to financial freedom.
Also, make sure you hit that like button. That really helps us out a lot.
And also be sure to subscribe with notifications so that you never miss an upload. Let's begin.
So this week we are going to lighten the mood just with a quick Q&A about marriage and finance. So I'll let Brittany get started. We have about 10 questions we're going to go through and just answer for you. If you have any comments or need any additional information or clarification, you can always put a comment below.
Yes, so our first question on our marriage and finance Q&A is, who is the one that initiated the debt-free journey?
That would be me.
No, that was me. Actually, I came across Dave Ramsey's channel back in January after a beach trip. We noticed that during the beach trip, we were overspending in areas that we really shouldn't need to, like eating out, food expenses, travel expenses, and we were actually using our disposable income for things that made us feel good at the moment. We actually weren't using our disposable income for our future in retirement and savings. So I came across Dave Ramsey's channel. I'll be sure to link it below. And he actually goes over the 7 baby steps for financial freedom. So the second question on our Q&A is, who is the spender and saver in the marriage?
So that is I guess a difficult question to answer. In the past, I would definitely say that I was more so the saver. I just didn't like purchasing a lot of things. I mean, you were not a bad spender. However, when she spends, she makes up for the lost time. I think most of our spending went to extracurricular activities, out to eat. Travel, things like that.
Yeah. So we're pretty equal.
Yeah. So question number 3, this is a question that we've received from some of our followers. So definitely thank you for that engagement. Definitely keep that coming. You can keep that coming on Facebook, Instagram. Also, our email should be tagged below. But that question is, what are the pros and cons that we would say about the debt-free journey?
Let's see. A pro is definitely we're setting up ourselves for a better financial future for ourselves, for our daughter. We're doing this, and she'll be 14 in January, so we're doing this at an age that she can comprehend and understand what we're doing, what debt is, what an obligation is, keeping your word, and how to keep out of debt in the future. She actually has no desire to obtain student loans. She's been looking at scholarships, so this is definitely great as a pro that we're setting up ourselves and our daughter for a better financial future. A con for me is that I'm a little impatient.
If I was to answer for pros and cons, I agree with the pro. I definitely think it's setting ourselves as well as our family up for our future. So we'll live like no one else right now in order to definitely live and give like no one else in the future. I guess a con for me would be the fear of missing out on certain things. This process will teach you how to say no, how to weigh your options. Maybe you're invited out to eat with other couples, or maybe you're invited for a vacation, and having just to take a step back and say, okay, I can do this, but what will that affect? Will that push back our debt-free anticipated date that we've come up with, that we should be entirely debt-free? Or is this something that, I think the family really needs this getaway that I'm willing to, add an extra month, an extra week or whatever to potentially being debt-free? So question number 5 on the marriage and finance Q&A. Question 5, what has the debt-free journey improved in your marriage? That's a good one.
It is. Not that we had any type of fear of combining our finances or fear of trying to do another way or another method of handling our money. But just when I brought this to Wood, he was just open with the idea. He wasn't reluctant. He actually wanted to know more about it. I offered that he read the book, but he actually preferred to watch Dave Ramsey's videos, and we actually got a kick out of pausing the video, having conversations about some of the topics and some of the callers that would call in and ask Dave these questions. So it actually just opened up our communication about our financial future. We've always kind of been in a yoke with our futures and our goals that we had for our future selves, but just actually opening up our financial accomplishments that we want to have together actually just improved our trust when it comes to money.
After being married 9 years, going on 10 next year, you learn each other. We had already started combining our finances. When we went through marriage counseling, the minister that did our marriage counseling, kind of taught from a place of what he and his spouse does. As far as finances, so, we were told, maybe try getting 2 separate accounts and then one bill account. And we tried it that way, and it was working for us. And it wasn't until the leadership that we're under now that we kind of opened our eyes to seeing, okay, we can join our money together. We know we see each other's pay stubs. We see the money coming in and out of all 3 accounts. Why not just, kind of put that all together in one account, not have so many logins, and then work together that way. So we were already doing that before the debt-free journey. But I will say the lines of communication, the communication was there. As far as like our future, when it came to finance, that's something that I believe as couples that we may not talk about as often as we should about, what our goals are in, a couple of months, in a year, in 2 years. So it definitely got our lines of communication for a future, how we saw ourselves as a family, what we wanted to accomplish, what milestones we wanted to hit.
That's good.